Okay, I just finished, I thought, recording a deck opening for a deck I'm pretty excited about, and turned out I wasn't recording, so oh well. It's called Eel Apple of the Folk Heroes port, and you just get a little bonus here because I'm not going to try to re-record that, but 19 Amber Pips and some decent stuff to go with it. So if that's kind of thing turns out to be normal for WoW, I'll be really stoked. Okay, tips for opening. There's a little notch here. I guess it's on the bottom left as you look at the little envelope. Cool. Oh, I should switch mats, but I'm not gonna. This is the Battle Evangelist mat, one of the two ones that came with the Game Found pledge. And so bot is the token here, and bot means that we have Star Alliance for sure, but we also have Equidon and Unfathomable. And actually, that's actually the same houses as that deck I just opened. This is Zoubro, the Archivist of the Backroom. And what I was saying in the other video at the beginning is, if I look at what I expect out of these, I expect some disruption and like some board control, things like that out of Unfathomable, some speed and amber control out of Equidon, and some speed out of Star Alliance, and maybe other various effects. And I was saying, between the three of these, you almost get a similar mixture of strengths as you would out of Dis, Logos, Shadows in, say, Coda, or, well, really the first four sets. It's not the same. It is different. I mean, there's different flavors, right? Like, Unfathomable is not the same as Dis, but it's still pretty disruptive and controlly in a nice way. So, yeah, I actually think this might be a good house combo to look for. But I'll just be interested to see how things play out. Like, what is the average strength of a deck with this house combo, both compared to other decks in the set. Really, I'm looking for this to rip. There we go. And also, of course, compared with stuff from other sets. So there's the Archon card. Nice. And then the token is Bot, which is a 1-power robot that has action. Use a friendly non-Star Alliance creature. I think this can be really powerful. It just suffers from the being 1-power part. But obviously, if you are able to take a Star Alliance turn and like use the best reap and fight effects from all your creatures, that's pretty awesome. So it has high potential, but very susceptible to autocannon shenanigans. Okay, so I think it'll start us off with Equidon here. Okay, Avid Collecting. Okay, I like this one. It's an action with an amber that says, play, return a friendly token creature to your hand. So it's kind of like a little strange shell in an action. And it's actually a rare. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that one. Then we have Scrap Scrounger, which is a 4-power Gatrukia Artisan that says, after Reap, swap an artifact from your discard pile with a card in your hand. Okay, so, and that's just an uncommon. Swap an artifact from your discard pile with a card in your hand. So let's hope we get some cool artifacts that we would want to do that with. Uncommon Currency is an item. It's an action that says swap control of uncommon currency and an enemy artifact. Ooh, so it's like a slow, I guess it's a slow Sneck Lifter. I don't know. Is that really that good? 2 of those. Okay. I mean, I guess the nice thing is they can kind of sit there until your opponent plays an artifact, and maybe they just decide not to play certain artifacts as a result. Ooh, Belligerent Guard is fun. An 8-power giant that enters play ready, and but when you play it, your opponent draws a card. Forced Retirement. Play. It's an action. You play it, you destroy a creature. If you do, its controller gains 1. That can be really nice. Got another one of those. Spot Creature Destruction is pretty decent. And you could even end up in situations where your opponent gains 1 and you're just like, I'm going to steal it back. Yeah, you'll draw a card, but it doesn't matter. Okay, General Zaorha is a 4-power Gatrukia soldier with Skirmish. When you play it, for each forged key your opponent has, you make a token creature. Yeah, it's okay. Got another one of those. Those are just fine. Wow, 3 of those. I guess you hope they come out late. Then we've got Shopping Spree, an action that says play discard your hand, draw a card for each card discarded this way. Huh, okay. Then we've got the Visible Hand. It's an action. When you play it, you make 2 token creatures, and then you reveal your hand to your opponent. Nice to play toward the end of the turn, but making 2 token creatures can be quite good. Then we have, we're into Starlines now. I'll just say really quick about that Equidon. I'm not that impressed. 1 Amber Pip is kind of low. Too many Zaorhas. If we had a great token, I'd be more stoked, but this is just an okay token. So, okay, so into Starlines. Mirror Shell is a rare upgrade. When you play it, you make a token creature, and it gives the creature that's attached to the ability after fight, after reap. For the remainder of the turn, each friendly token creature is a copy of this creature. This is an interesting one because you could actually, like, let's say you have a Belligerent Guard out. Yeah, let's say you have a Belligerent Guard on the table. You could play Mirror Shell, use an existing bot to reap with the Belligerent Guard, and now all your bots are Belligerent Guards. I mean, that could be pretty cool. Now, obviously, after they fight or whatever, at the end of your turn, they're going to die because they go back to being 1-power robots. But that could actually be good. That's interesting. Pupgrade, that's a fun one. 3-power robot. It can be played as an upgrade instead of a creature, and then it gets the text. This creature gains +3 power and gains destroyed Pupgrade on the right flank of your battle line as a creature ready. Yeah, that's a cute one and very fun. I like it. Badge of Unity is an upgrade that says this creature belongs to House Starlines in addition to its other houses. Again, that could be good to put on like a Belligerent Guard or something else. Collector Boren is a 3-power human that says play, put an upgrade from your discard pile into your hand. After an upgrade is attached to Collector Boren, ready Collector Boren. This works really well with the Pupgrade. Put a Mirror Shell there. We have some nice stuff, yeah. Got 2 of those. Wow. So don't worry about losing your upgrades. You're going to get them back. Oh, Ganymede Outpost. Okay, so this is an artifact with an amber. It's a location. When you action it, you put a friendly creature on the bottom of its owner's deck, and if you do, you archive 2 cards. That's pretty solid. I love that. Action to archive 2 cards, and what you really want to do is like tuck something on the bottom. You want to start to shape the bottom of your deck a little bit to try to have it so to where you're going to get a nice draw toward the end. All right, Selective Preservation is an action that says play, choose a creature of each power value, destroy each creature not chosen. Nice, mostly board wipe. We've got Transporter Platform. It's an artifact with an amber. It's a location, and when you action it, you return a friendly creature and each upgrade attached to it to their owner's hands. Now, the rough thing here is like, let's say you have Collector Boren, you play it, attach 2 upgrades, so you like use it twice, and then you Transporter Platform it, play it a second time, you're at 4 already, attach 2 upgrades and use it twice, and you've hit rule of 6. But still, it seems solid. That could be pretty nice. And it could work well with, if you make a token creature, but it's something you want to play, it's good for that too. Friendly Guide. 3-power alien with elusive, but after you use one of its neighbors, you can use it. And then Scout Chief Courageer is a 2-power alien Kirk 6 with play, make a token creature, and after fight or reap, make a token creature. Really, in the olden days, it would have just said play, fight, reap, make a token creature. It's fine. Secure Droid is a 4-power robot with taunt. It can be played as an upgrade instead of a creature, and then it has the text, this creature gains taunt. Now, that's probably good for the Borens, but I kind of wish we had more interesting upgrades with Amber on them for the sake of the transporter platform, at least. Okay, and then we have Specialist Guthrak, who's a 3-power alien hand-to-hand with skirmish, and after fight or reap, capture 1 for each house represented among its neighbors. That could be pretty solid. Again, though, like we're only at 3 amber for the whole deck, 3 amber pips, which is a bit rough. On to Unfathomable, we get Fuguru, who's a 1-power Aquan with poison, and says your opponent refills their hand to 1 less card during their draw card step. Kelping Hands is an artifact with an amber, and it's a power, and it has Omni, destroy Kelping Hands for the remainder of the turn. Each friendly creature gains poison. Cool that you could do that Omni, because you could do it with your bots and like really wipe your opponent's board. Yeah, I think that's a cool artifact. All right, Timothy the Damned is a 4-power Aquan. When you play it, you make a token creature, and while you control a token creature, your opponent cannot forge keys. That's a good way to get some, to get a little tempo benefit. We just need to make more amber. Under Pressure is an upgrade that says this creature cannot gain ready, and it has an amber pip. That's really nice. Yeah, that's really nice. 2 of those. Cool. And you could actually get these back with the Borens. They just don't really help you because you don't want to attach them to the Borens. So and you can't play them on the same turn as the Boren anyway. So okay, Adult Swim is an action with an amber. It says for each creature, put each creature with power 3 or lower on top of its owner's deck in a random order. We're getting some more pips here. I feel like that actually would punish us pretty hard. Not only our tokens, but the Fuguru, Guthrak, Scout, Friendly Guide, the Borens, the Pup Grade. It would actually hit us pretty hard, likely, but just depends on your situation. Then we have Crushing Deep, an action with an amber. When you play it for during your opponent's next turn, keys cost +3 for each forged key they have. So that's either 0, 3, or 6, depending on where you're at in the game. That can be good. I mean, an action that says your opponent's keys are +6, if it's toward the end of the game, can save you. So Camelani is a 4-power Aquan with destroyed, make 2 token creatures. I love this partially because it just works great with a card like Forced Retirement. You're just getting huge benefit. Yeah, I think that's great. Skullback Crab, 1-power beast with poison and action steal 1. It's okay. Sunk Cost, action, play, choose a house. Your opponent discards a random card from their hand. If that card belongs to the chosen house, make a token creature. I don't like this one because it really just kind of boils down to your opponent discards a random card most of the time. Then we have Toxicuda Venom, an upgrade with an amber that gives a creature poison, and another Toxicuda Venom. Lots of double Toxicuda Venoms. It's a common, so it's not that shocking, I guess, but I feel like I see it so much. A lot of upgrades in this deck, and oddly enough, like 4 of them in the fish. I don't think we got any in Equidon, but 4 in fish, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 in Starlance. I guess 8. That's not that crazy. We ended up with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think. 10 pips, which is not that bad, really. They're just mostly in fish. not necessarily the fish I would want to see. None of the houses really just seem awesome. They have some interesting stuff, cards that I'm excited about, but I don't think any of them are like exactly killer. But oh, that's okay. Anyway, this was Zoubro, the Archivist of the Backroom. Hope you enjoyed and that you'll get out there and forge some keys.